Just stand or sit beside them. Don't stand behind them. That angle is too obvious. Stand a little farther away. How do you check whether you judged correctly? Just look at the receiver. When receiving serves, you really have to focus on this moment. Because everyone's serve is different. What should we look at? First, look at the direction. Is it long or short, left or right? Second, look at the spin. Watch the spin. This ability is trained. Here's how I suggest you practice reading spin. For example, right now I'm watching them play. Let me break this into stages. You don't need to receive. For instance, I'm standing here as a third-person observer watching them play. You judge in your mind. Side spin, top spin. You must focus at the moment of contact. This trains your attention and concentration. Side spin, back spin. Just stand or sit beside them. Don't stand behind them. That angle is too obvious. Stand a little farther away. How do you check whether you judged correctly? Just look at the receiver. You must train step by step. Why do I tell you to step back and not participate? Because otherwise your focus shifts to the rally. Your attention gets divided. Just train yourself. Capture that predictive moment at contact. Out of 10 balls, you must get around 80% correct. That's already a minimum standard. Even if you read it correctly, you still might misread the spin. This is very common. Over time you'll build this instinct. It becomes a habit. What about the second stage? For example, we're training. He's practicing serves. He practices serves for 10 minutes first. How do you judge? Side spin, top spin. Then what do you do? I suggest you call it out in your mind. You can say it silently. For example, top or back. You can also whisper it. Say it softly. This connects your hand with your intention. Stage 1 is judgment, not playing. Stage 2. Train your hand to follow your judgment. Don't call topspin but then push the ball. This happens a lot. You read it correctly, but hesitate at the table. We must trust ourselves. If it's topspin, hit. If it's backspin, loop or push. Your intention and action must match. At this stage, you should reach a 70% success rate. Why is this harder? Because now your role is different. Your mindset changes, your role changes. Stage 3. When you serve and I read from here, watch. For example, the first ball I hit into the net. Okay, then the second ball. When I read side spin top or side spin back, I must learn to adjust. Add more friction. By the second ball, you should already be adjusting. Don't stay stuck in the difficulty. Don't keep fighting yourself. Adjust immediately. In stage 3, I no longer call out top or back in my mind. Because at the moment of contact, my hand and mind read it automatically. No more cues needed. But during this phase, you need to adjust. You might judge it as side spin, underspin, and still make mistakes. Because the ball is spinnier than usual, I think most amateur players right now are somewhere between levels 2-3. Regardless of your level. Maybe you can only forehand drive right now, but you still need to train step by step. This is a technique. Many people ignore this. They think it's unimportant. Because of the serve speed. For example, if I push back underspin. See, this is already quite fast. But if I serve underspin, it should be at least 30% faster. If the serve is good, maybe 50% faster. So you must really watch the ball. At the moment he hits the ball, you must judge side spin top or side spin under. During this process, You need enough time to prepare. How your hand prepares. How your feet move. And how you adjust your motion. Your body should already be moving, meaning you're ready. If you wait until the ball crosses the net, by the time the ball reaches your eyes, it's too late. Then you end up chasing the ball. And this kind of movement happens. Yes, we see this often. The ball is definitely faster than you. So at the moment he hits the ball, whether you're right or wrong, you must give your body the command. Then once the ball bounces, you start your stroke. That's the correct sequence. Many people think it's because they're older. There are indeed objective factors, but you can still be very fast at your age group. Next, after talking about how to train anticipation, I'll serve several balls for you. You guess whether it's side spin top or side spin under. Side spin top or side spin under. Side spin under, right? Yes, side spin under. If we make this movement stiff, it becomes very easy to read. You should feel your hand move like a snake. Look, take hook serve as an example. Left side spin. It can't be. That's way too easy. Your serve can't rely only on spin. If he reads it correctly, your spin becomes useless. So you really must a deception. In the offense-defense relationship, you truly need disguise. We hope our opponent has none, but we must have it. We absolutely need it. Without feints, it becomes too easy to read. Without deception, it's obvious. Next, we discuss the 3 simplest ways to read spin. First, racket angle. For example, this is an underspin angle, then suddenly the racket angle becomes more upright. You'll notice the difference in the spin. Second, for underspin. He must cut downward. He has to. If suddenly he doesn't cut down, and pushes forward instead, that's definitely a change in spin. Third, if the racket goes out at this angle, like this, it's definitely side spin under. Watch. If the racket angle stands up toward the side of the table, for example like this, leaning this way, that means side spin top. Thirdly, I think we can also use elimination. If his motion is always like this, and suddenly changes. For example, if I serve hook serve, first underspin, second underspin, and then suddenly it changes, that's topspin. This elimination method is very useful too.